and welcome to a brand new video. It has been a while since I have posted a positive, exciting video. My life went completely upside down in 2022. I got my heart broken. I moved out of my rented home into my parents' home, ended up living in my car and at a friend's house for a month, lost my childhood dog. In December my rabbit died. I got COVID twice, which I'm now recovering from, great. And I got a puppy. That was pretty good, but also terrifying. It was a lot of responsibility on someone that no longer had a house. Just a lot of crazy things happened, basically. However, amongst that were some very exciting things, including getting a puppy and starting my dream career, doing a speech that I did in November that was amazing that I've not spoken about on here. And I am so excited to be heading into 2023 in probably one of the best positions that I've been in my life, which is saying something because I am single, I live with my parents, I have a dog to take care of, I am on an apprentice wage, and my car got written off at the beginning of December. So saying all of that doesn't really make much sense, but I'm about to explain why I'm in the best place I've ever been in. 2022 was difficult for a lot of people, I've discovered. 2023 is going to hold so much for so many of us, because after the rubbish that we've endured for the past year, it is time to move forward through all of the hardships that you go through in life. You learn, you grow. It is the best time to become the very best version of yourself that you possibly can be. I want to do everything I can to make sure that everything is set in place, ready for next year, so that I can just go in and keep learning, keep growing, keep evolving, surrounding myself with new people and new environments and trying to do the best that I possibly can. There's a lot going on in the world at the moment that is very much out of all of our control. In the midst of chaos, it's the most important time to ground yourself with the basics and make sure that you control what you can. When external circumstances happen and you are thrown into chaos, there is nothing you can do to help those situations. You have to ground yourself inside and deal with everything internally and focus on the future. I actually also hate the phrase new year, new me, because that's complete rubbish. You don't have to wait for a new year to do any of this. Don't watch this video and set your goals and stuff and make plans and then think, I've not done such and such that I plan to do this week. Oh well, that's that then, we'll wait till next year. You've got 12 months in a year to make things happen. Use them. If you fall off the wagon, don't worry about it. You can pick yourself up and you can start again, okay? Cool, let's go. I have things that I want to achieve. So they aren't resolutions exactly, because they don't have an end point. They just have things that I want to be incorporating more of into my life, basically. So some of the goals that I'm trying to set are things like playing guitar more, learning how to code properly because I am awful at it and I could really use it in my job. Finding new places to go on dog walks, finding new places to meet people and make friends. I really want to include more of that into my life and building up who I am and enjoying various avenues of hobbies, because I just don't get to do them. So part of that has been something I've been working on that I'm going to announce soon, and part of that is to just work so hard and find balance, because if you are working so hard at something for so long and thinking I'm going to do this and this and this and this, and you get to it and you are tired, it's probably because you didn't actually plan a break anywhere in there. So balancing my time and effectively planning when I'm working and when I'm having a break, and knowing that that break is there for a reason. So last year I made this. This was basically a board of motivation, and I would look at this and think, this little picture here is somewhat how I want my life to look. And as time has gone on, things have changed from this. I planned to dye my hair, which I did. I planned to work out more, not to look like this, just to work out more. I did. I got a gym membership. Unfortunately, where my car has gone, I can't get there at the moment, but I have made fitness a priority. I have tried to eat healthier and better, which, I mean, has had its ups and downs, but again, It's always been in the back of my mind of I need to be eating healthier and meal planning and stuff, and I have implemented more of that into this year where I can. I've been utilising YouTube, Facebook, Instagram a lot more, just trying to connect to you guys because I want to have this channel be as real and raw as possible, and by making videos and things, that is what I'm doing. So that's gone well. The biggest shock to me on this entire thing was the fact that one of these things actually happened and I was not expecting it, because like I say, this was more of a long-term thing, and I actually ended up getting my little King Charles, who looks very similar to this, which is really strange. This is Raya. Oh, you're very sleepy, aren't you? You've been running around like mad all day. Hey. That's Raya, and now I can't move my arm because she's sat on it. That was something that I didn't plan on doing this year, but ended up happening. I am so glad, because honestly, she got me through the year. But that just goes to show you how much of an impact that made on my life. While it's good to have that and look at it and try and visualize things, it's important to remember that none of this is going to happen unless you put the effort in. Making sure that you remember that is really important, and I find that actually visually having something really helped me. Something else that I really want to implement into my new year is just having more of a routine in my life. So I have just finished reading The Miracle Morning, which I'm going to do an entirely separate video on. I'm going to try the Miracle Morning 30-day transformation challenge and see how we get on. I don't know how that's going to go. I do not wake up early, ever. I think that has a massive impact on my life. So to keep track of that and various other habits that I want to keep track of in my life, I have decided to create some Excel spreadsheets. I am really bad at tracking things, and I am really bad at getting my journal and stuff out. Having something where I can just go onto my phone, have a little look, have a little flick through, it's really helpful. But I actually don't like digital planners and things that you can get, mostly because I prefer to have like my own layout. So the plan is to set up this spreadsheet and have days of the week, and then have a spreadsheet for each week, so I can track different things on different days and just keep track of what's happening when in my life, and I get more of an overview of what I'm doing and where I'm going wrong with certain habits, if I'm not doing them enough, if I'm doing them too much, if I am draining myself in certain areas. I can just go, right, I don't need to do this certain thing this week because that takes a lot of effort and energy, so I can just come out of that and focus on slotting that somewhere else to give myself more energy. So it's going to help me in a lot of areas, hopefully. But the other benefit of making it yourself is you can completely customize it to do whatever you want it to do, and you can make it look really pretty and colourful, which to me just instantly makes me want to use something more. But you may be wondering what the random thing that I want to announce is. So over the past few months, I have had so many messages from people who are wondering how I got over dealing with all the heartbreak and everything that happened in my life. Loads of people have messaged me privately and just been like, how have you dealt with it? And I have tried to give you the best advice I possibly can, but it's really hard to put into a singular message because there's so much advice that I want to give you and talk to you about and deal with, and I would absolutely love nothing more than to be able to offer some advice that might be able to help. So with that in mind, I have created a brand new podcast and a blog called The Minded Soul, all about dealing with your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, and trying to be the best version of yourself that you possibly can be in any circumstance. It's about controlling those basics that I was talking about earlier. Obviously, I'm not medically trained or anything. I come from a retail background and now a marketing background, so I have absolutely no medical experience, but what I do have is personal experience, and I have been through anxiety and depression. I'm still dealing with it. It is a constant daily battle, but I have advice for you that I hope will help. I'm so beyond excited to get going with this. I am going to be making content on here that kind of goes with what I'm going to be talking about on there, such as the Miracle Morning routine that I talked about earlier in this video, I'm going to be filming that on here. I'm going to do a podcast on it and a separate blog post. So, blog post? Blog post. It's going to be like this, except probably a little bit more relaxed because I won't be on camera. So I'm just going to be chatting to you guys, giving you tips and advice where I possibly can. So I've set up an Instagram and Twitter that are going to run very much as Instagram and Twitter does. Conversational and chatty. And I have also set up a Facebook group. A Facebook group is an idea of a community, and you guys can connect and to talk to each other and help each other through different avenues of your life. There are a couple of rules to that group that I just want to state here as well. Please be respectful of everyone, and please don't offer medical advice. If you feel that you are suffering with something and want to talk about it to a medical professional, please go and do that before self-diagnosing or diagnosing someone else with a condition you think they may or may not have. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys are all well and doing okay, and I will speak to you all very, very soon. Bye!